In the world of comic book battles, we often imagine titans clashing, heroes testing their strength, and villains seeking dominance. But sometimes, the most fascinating battles come from unexpected matchups. Today, we dive deep into one of those matchups, Krypto the Superdog, Superman's loyal Kryptonian companion, versus Homelander, the terrifyingly powerful and morally bankrupt leader of the Seven. At first glance, it might seem unusual to pit a dog against one of the most feared figures in the boys' universe. But Krypto is no ordinary dog, and Homelander is no ordinary man. This battle raises a profound question: when loyalty and purity clash with arrogance and corruption, who truly emerges victorious? To answer this, we must examine each contender's origins, abilities, mindset, and the battlefield itself. Krypto, born on Krypton, is gifted with the same powers as Superman when exposed to Earth's yellow sun. Despite being a dog, his intelligence, loyalty, and raw might make him a warrior unlike any other. He isn't just a pet, he's a guardian, a protector, and sometimes even a savior. Homelander, on the other hand, is a manufactured powerhouse, a human experiment twisted into the form of a god. With laser eyes, flight, and brute strength, he instills fear in his allies and enemies alike. But beneath that cape is a fragile ego, an insatiable hunger for validation, and a corrupted sense of superiority. This fight is not just about strength, it's about character, resilience, and the essence of what it means to be a hero. So, let us break down this confrontation step by step and see how Krypto the Superdog measures up against the unhinged might of Homelander. The origins of power. Every great battle begins with understanding where each fighter's power comes from. Krypto's story begins far from Earth, on the doomed planet Krypton. As a pup, he was sent into space by Jor-El, destined to accompany baby Kal-El. Like Superman, Krypto is fueled by Earth's yellow sun, gaining incredible powers, super strength, heat vision, freeze breath, near invulnerability, and senses that go beyond comprehension. Imagine Superman's abilities condensed into a canine form, sharpened with instincts of loyalty and protection. That is Krypto in his truest essence. Homelander's origins could not be more different. Unlike the noble heritage of Krypton, Homelander is the product of science and cruelty. Raised in isolation, stripped of love, and injected with Compound V, he became a weapon, an experiment gone too right and too wrong. His powers rival those of Superman, with unmatched strength, enhanced durability, super speed, and destructive laser vision. But unlike Krypto, his upbringing filled him not with purpose, but with arrogance, narcissism, and a twisted sense of superiority. Homelander's power is a tool for domination, while Krypto's power is a shield of protection. Here lies the first key difference. Krypto's powers stem from his nature as a Kryptonian, rooted in loyalty and love. Homelander's powers are manufactured, stemming from manipulation and trauma. One was meant to protect, the other to control. And this difference will weigh heavily as their clash unfolds. The comparison of abilities. On paper, this battle looks almost even. Both fighters possess flight, heat vision, near invulnerability, and immense strength. But let's break down their capabilities in detail. Krypto's strength allows him to fight alongside Superman himself, often holding his own against foes who threaten the Earth. His bite is powerful enough to tear through steel, his heat vision can melt through armies, and his hearing detects danger from galaxies away. His loyalty makes him fearless, charging headfirst into battles where even humans hesitate. Importantly, Krypto also inherits Superman's moral compass. His actions are guided by a desire to protect, not destroy. Homelander, however, is more unpredictable. His strength is terrifying, capable of smashing through armored vehicles and tearing enemies apart with bare hands. His laser vision is devastating, often used as his signature weapon to assert dominance. He flies at supersonic speeds and shrugs off bullets, missiles, and explosions. Yet his greatest weapon is not his strength, but his ruthlessness. Unlike Krypto, Homelander does not hold back. He relishes in fear and destruction, unbothered by morality or limits. So, who has the edge in abilities? Homelander's raw brutality and willingness to kill give him a dangerous advantage. But Krypto's resilience, his Kryptonian physiology, and his loyalty-fueled determination balance the scales. Remember, Krypto is not bound by human fear. He fights with the heart of a protector, and that can often push him further than raw savagery alone. The battlefield and strategy? Now, let's visualize the actual fight. The setting matters. If this battle takes place under Earth's yellow sun, Krypto is at his full strength, equal in nature to Superman himself. In space, the advantage remains with him, since Kryptonians are designed to thrive even outside Earth's atmosphere. Homelander, however, has never shown such adaptability. His strength, though immense, has limits. He does not heal as rapidly as a Kryptonian, and his overconfidence often blinds him to strategy. The fight begins with both taking to the skies, a clash of capes and power. Homelander charges first, fueled by ego and rage, unleashing his laser eyes. Krypto dodges with lightning reflexes, countering with his own heat vision, their beams colliding in a fiery explosion. The skies ignite with red light as the battlefield trembles. Homelander tries brute force, grappling Krypto mid-air, smashing him into the ground. But Krypto rises instantly, shaking it off, his invulnerability holding strong. With a ferocious snarl, he lunges, jaws clamping onto Homelander's arm with unrelenting force. The crowd of imaginary spectators gasps, not out of pity for Homelander, but out of shock that this dog can bring him to his knees. Homelander retaliates with fury, punching and blasting with heat vision. Yet each attack fuels Krypto's determination. Unlike Homelander, Krypto doesn't fight for ego. He fights for Superman, for Earth, and for the innocence Homelander threatens. That difference becomes the turning point. Homelander's arrogance blinds him to the danger until it's too late. The final result. And so, we arrive at the conclusion. Who would win in a battle between Krypto the Superdog and Homelander? While Homelander is undeniably powerful, his greatest weakness lies within himself, his fragile ego, his lack of discipline, and his absence of true purpose. Krypto, on the other hand, carries the heart of a warrior bound by loyalty and love. His Kryptonian physiology ensures that his strength, speed, and endurance match or even surpass Homelander's. In the heat of battle, Homelander would land devastating blows, perhaps even driving Krypto to the brink. But Krypto's resilience, combined with his unwavering loyalty, would push him beyond those limits. Eventually, Homelander's arrogance would cost him, leaving him vulnerable to Krypto's final strike. A furious bite, a searing blast of heat vision, and the so-called God of the Seven would fall. The truth is clear, Krypto the Superdog emerges victorious. Not because he is stronger in every measurable way, but because his heart, his loyalty, and his Kryptonian essence make him unstoppable against a man who relies solely on fear. In the end, purity triumphs over corruption, and the loyal Superdog proves that even the most terrifying tyrant can be brought down when faced with true courage. So, when asked, Krypto the Superdog versus Homelander, who would win? The answer is simple, Krypto wins, and he wins with honor. Check out my other videos for more epic character crossovers and battles. Thanks for watching, and stay happy and healthy.